What is a Mahjong player's favorite snack? Flaming hot Cheetos. Flaming hot Cheetos. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. What is up, Mahjong Nation? Ironic. I have been told it's a very slippery slope. This precipice we're dancing on, of ironically saying what is up, Mahjong Nation, to eventually non-ironically saying what is up, Mahjong Nation. Look, it happens to the best of us. I started saying sus ironically, and now every single Mahjong video I'm like, these tile weights are too zuzzy. It happens to the best of us. I thought I was an individual. Nah, dude, turns out I want the new iPhone like everyone else. The West prides itself on individuality, and yet we are all the same under the altar of consumerism. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. How have we been playing lately? Honestly, we've been playing fine. Not super great, but not super terribly. I think we're gonna slowly still climb out of the Master 1 rank, and I think that's an inevitability. Now, I also want to say this. If you are joining the channel because you saw me streaming with Justin and Apollo and Chiblee and everyone, welcome. Have a seat. Grab a drink, non-alcoholic maybe. I don't know. I'm not your parents. I can't decide what you're doing with your free time. But I'm very happy that you joined. I also want to say this. Kami Linko subscribed to me on Twitch while I was not even streaming, and I usually like to say thank you. And so I don't know if you were trying to you know, just give me a quiet subscription, and I'm sorry if I just blasted you, but I just wanted to say I really appreciate it, so thank you very much. Okay, this hand is strange, right? We have so many pairs and triplets, and we also have one Dora tile here in this 5 of bamboo that we really can't use, huh? If we draw another one, I'm pretty sure we're supposed to discard this 3 of characters and go for a 7 pairs hand. I mean, I don't hate that necessarily. If we draw something like a 5 of circles, what are we doing? Are we really keeping the 5? Then we'd probably discard the North Winds later on in the game, right? Okay, this is terrifying. Right Lord has the easiest path to a half flush with Red Dragon, Green Dragon I've ever seen in my entire life. Not only that, they haven't discarded any bamboo tiles yet, and I'll even do you one better on top of that. The bamboo suit is the suit of the Dora, okay? It's my Eye of the Tiger parody. It's the suit of the Dora. It's very, very dangerous. It's like a 17-year-old handing a 14-year-old a vape. You know what I mean? It's just, ooh, we don't know what's gonna happen. These are the at-risk teens I've been hearing so much about. Dude, I think that we should get more Mahjong tables in schools. What? Oh, it'll be distracting. Nah, dude, Mahjong's cool, okay? Oh, I'm so sorry. You get to have chess clubs, but you can't have a Mahjong club? Nah, dude. I'm gonna eventually run for, like, superintendent. I'm gonna win because I'm gonna put up signs all over the neighborhood, and I'm gonna actually have a functioning website. And then eventually, I'm gonna use my agenda. I'm gonna use my platform to put Mahjong tables in all the schools. You can't stop me. Here's the messed up thing about elections, and oh my god. Can we win this? I mean, this is Suji to the 5. We maybe should have considered getting rid of it now. That's not a safe tile at all, but it doesn't end up costing them the game. Excuse me? This is a terrifying situation. Oh my god, I could call Khan here. I mean, I'm 1 tile away from Tenpai. If I pawn this or Chi into here, I can use this as a 2-3-4 and a 3-3-3. Very strange situation that we have. Wow. I don't think I call Riichi here, right? But I could con into Riichi, but if I do, it sends us into an extreme danger zone if they end up winning before I do. I would have to con this 3 and it would destroy my hand. I don't think I even call the Riichi here. I don't know what would be a dangerous tile that would be too difficult to discard. I mean, at this point, everything's been discarded, right? Yeah, everything's been discarded. Maybe it was the right move to call Riichi here? I'm not sure. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. We haven't drawn any bamboo tiles, and I'm still pegging Right Lord. And again, a little bit of phrasing there, but I'm still pegging Right Lord on having some kind of half flush in them. I'm gonna do this because it's half Suji and there's a lot of 6s on the table. I think that this is a pretty safe tile to discard. There's 3 6s visible. Oops. Whoa! This is why I love Mahjong. Not the arguably salacious character art, but just stuff like this can happen, and it's pretty special when it does. And a Crosslord just got absolutely destroyed. We're gonna go back in there and we're gonna judge their hand to see if it was worth pushing. Of course, Avi. Wow, an explosive double run to start off the game. Dora is gonna be the white dragon here. That's a little tough for us because everyone can use the white dragon. So if none of them come out and someone calls Riichi, we could get very, very scared that they have two of them. I mean, I don't think this leaves our hand. There's a world where we draw some more pairs and we can shimmy ourselves down into a 7 pairs hand. That's still a possibility. Oh yeah, I was talking about elections. So in this last election cycle, you can go online and like if you search voting guide, I know this sounds dystopian, like I'm not making my own decision, but like, you know, if you identify as a Democrat or a Republican or a Libertarian or a Socialist, like you can look up, for example, Democratic Socialists of America, and you can get a voting guide based on who they recommend in your area. Now, I live in sunny Southern California, and there's a ton of candidates, right? And for some of the voting, it's very, very unclear. Ooh. No, this 8-9 needs to get out of our hand, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can still make some good shapes without this. But unfortunately, Right Lord calls the Riichi. I think we are going to be sitting on Dabichi because we're not gonna march into battle with this. I think we're about to huge fold right now. I think we're about to huge fold. You've heard of huge Jackman, but huge fold? Well, I'm doing it. Anyway, so you'd have to look up some of the candidates, and some of the candidates just straight up don't have any websites or any like information about them whatsoever online. Okay, interesting. Left Lord's not playing safe. We've got a lot of aggressive gamers here. Fair enough. We didn't have to pay the dealer penalty, which is pretty sweet. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know what the likelihood is, but I'm pretty sure if I ran for office, my strategy would just be to have a website. And guess what? I think I'd be further ahead than a lot of candidates. I wish I was joking, because it means we'd have a more robust local election system, but I don't know. I would just put up some nice airbrushed photos of myself. I put up me, one smiling next to a school, one at the beach. I don't know. Anyway, election dreams aside, I guess I'm talking about elections because I've also been watching a lot of Veep clips. There's an HBO show. I've been watching a lot of Veep clips on YouTube lately. I don't know, dude. For a while, it was Attack on Titan clips. Now I've graduated, quote unquote, to Veep clips. This is a very weird situation because this shape or this structure that we currently have in the character suit looks good, but I don't know if it actually is that good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me how to love you more. We have 4 pairs in this hand. Dare we ever go for 7 pairs? Or do we try to play this normally? I'm gonna try to straddle both. And again, I know I've received a lot of fan art of me straddling things, but I'm talking about in the game right now, okay? I'm gonna try to straddle both. If we careen ourselves into a 7-pair situation, so be it. If not, that's also okay. So H is the one tile that we've seen on the table so far. Doors is the one of bamboo. Have to be a little bit careful of lower value 1 tiles right now, okay? But right now, it seems okay. I was debating about getting rid of a more dangerous tile from my hand, but I'm okay throwing the 8. And keep in mind, the reason that I'm so okay with being lackadaisical with this hand, if you will, is because this is not a valuable hand. If we were to push for this hand, what would we be hoping for? Like in our wildest dreams, maybe all triplets? Maybe that is something that we could genuinely, you know, wish and pray for. There's a Dora tile. Throughout the 6, I mean, so here's the thing. In terms of just like tiles right now, the 6 is our most dangerous tile. 3s and 7s are less dangerous than 4s and 6s. Why? Because every straight that uses a 4 or a 6 is all simples. And not all the straights that use 3s and 7s are all simples, right? 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9 being the prime example. Okay. Let's see if we can't get another Dora. I mean, 7 pairs and 2 Dora. Name a better combo. You can't. You can't. We should also be mindful of tiles that we've already discarded us to not end up Furiten gaming. I hate Furiten gaming. Okay. Yeah, I've been on a Veep binge. It's sad that sometimes like even a fictional HBO political drama seems more well-rounded and respectful than IRL. Anyway, this is not the point. We're here to play some Mahjong, okay? I can get on my soapbox about putting Mahjong in every single elementary and middle school at a later time. Okay, Right Lord calls the Riichi, but a Cross Lord sits on the Bichi. They're gonna slurp up 2,000 points, which isn't everything, but it moves the dealer seat, and we're happy to be just Bing chilling in first place right now. This is not a terrible situation for us. Santa's okay. What's the door here? It is the 5 of circles. Right. We have a 5 of circles. It's looking pretty nice. It would look even nicer on my bedroom floor. And by that I mean it would look even nicer with another red 5 next to it. Sorry for the salacious phrasing of that. Anyway, yeah, welcome to all the new people on the channel. I'm bouncing topics all over the place, but that's just kind of the scatterbrained, very staccato commentary that we do here. I think I'm about to throw this red dragon. I guess I'm not going as Joey Wheeler for Halloween because I don't seem to be enjoying this red eyes black dragon. What are our shapes here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks fine to me. Although now this 5 is a little bit awkward. It's a little bit adorkable. I'm debating just throwing this 8 of bamboo next because I really want a chance to make this 5 of circles work. And I think I'm supposed to do it. Because remember, in Riichi Mahjong, I know we lose out on a... Oh, I'm not sure what we're supposed to do here. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure. Basically, if you're counting 5 shapes in your hand, because you need 5 shapes to win in Riichi Mahjong, your shapes aren't ever supposed to be larger than 3 blocks. I think I'm about to throw this 8. Why? Because a lot of 9s are gone. And so I don't really believe in us getting another 9. I think this is an okay sacrifice. And why are we keeping the 1? Well, it's redundant, but it is a safer tile. And look at this. All of our blocks are starting to look a lot stronger. We could even be careening towards a Riichi Pinfuation, which is my fun way of saying Pinfu in situation. Okay. I mean, I'm a lot happier today. I don't know if you can tell. It's not raining, which is huge for me, apparently. I'm like, you know what? If I was in Naruto, the series, I would not want to live in the village hidden in the rain. It's always raining around there. And my seasonal effectiveness disorder will be having a field day. I wouldn't even care that Pain-sama is ruling over the village. I'd be like, hey, can we get some sunshine, please? I like to move. Crosshair calls the Riichi. I don't think we're ever supposed to... Oh, that makes things more difficult. If we can somehow get rid of this 9, I think we'll be chilling. There's 3 7s available on the board. I need to see one last 7. Like a banging song in the Evangelion franchise. East is a safe thing. So if we see one more 7, then we're sure that they don't have a 7-8 weight in the bamboo suit. And thus we can push with this 9. I mean, I really want to, right? This is 3 Han here. Dora, Dora, and red 5. It's not bad. It's enough to start salivating over. Oh, I mean, we can't even pawn this. I mean, what are we hoping for here? Dude, I honestly think we Bing fold here. I know it hurts. I absolutely know it hurts. I know it hurts. And I think it's the right move. I think it's the right move. No 5 of characters have even been discarded. There haven't been a lot of upper value character tile discards in the first place. I don't think we're ever going to get rid of this 8. Sure, we can move forward with this. It's a little bit risky. Sure, we can move forward with this. This feels way risky. The likelihood that they're on a 5-8 of characters weight is still pretty strong here. Even with that 9 of characters discard, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, Left Lord is making some tough decisions. Maybe they're trying to decide whether or not they want to stay in Tenpai. That's fair. And again, if we end up in an exhaustive draw situation, which is fine, but it means that they get to remain the dealer, which is not great. 3 was just discarded. I'll join you in hell. 1 of characters was recently discarded. I think we can get away with that, but if possible, we always want to discard what was most recently discarded. 2 of characters, 1 of characters. I mean, 1 of characters seems pretty safe here. 3, 2, 1, 0. I mean, we have a Sebastian the Crab opportunity. It doesn't look like we're gonna get it. They get the Riichi Sumo. Uh-oh. And it was on a closed wait. Okay. So here's the thing. We could have pushed with the 8 of characters, but we had no idea. And our suspicion that they were waiting on like a higher value character tile wasn't entirely unfounded, right? So I'm glad that we played a little bit cautiously there. Sure, it would have been nice to get that double 5 of circles earlier in the game, but I'm okay with where we are. How am I doing? Dude, I'm going through a food truck renaissance. There's a place near me. I've expounded on it before, but they make sushi burritos sometimes when they're around. And it's amazing. And I know you're thinking to yourself, oh, Yusong, it's just a sushi burrito. Oh, this sounds like a gimmick. And don't get me wrong. I value that cynicism, okay? I was brought up in a very, very cynical household, okay? We didn't believe in anything. Santa, if there are any kids watching, we were such heathens because, you know, we were on the wrong side of history. I'll basically say that much. I'll get this out of my hand. I know we could accept the Dora, but I want to play a little safe here. My parents are very, very cynical, which is good because I think nowadays there's a prevalence of like multi-level marketing schemes, and I'd be too scared that my parents are like falling for those or whatever if they weren't so unbelievably cynical. So anyway, this sushi burrito place is great. I'm also gonna, hopefully this doesn't blow up their spot or whatever, but the guy working there is also really nice. My significant other and I went there. Well, first things, one day I went there. I got a sushi burrito and they gave me a free miso soup because the wait was long. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was having a great time waiting, okay? I don't get outside ever. So I was just Bing chilling, dude. I was like, yeah. I'm looking at the grass. I'm looking at the surroundings. I don't get out that much. So I was just happy to be outside, but they gave me a free miso soup. I was like, that's amazing. And then my significant other and I went there, and they just gave us another free menu item to try, to see if we liked it, which was amazing. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm easily bought. Maybe I'm just like a cheap date or whatever, but hey, it was really nice of them. I'm really easily won over. Just if you're gonna give me like a freebie, I'm gonna be like, yeah, you've now earned yourself a lifelong customer. And I'm assuming as a restaurant, you gotta make those judgment calls, right? Like, can I seal away this person's soul for all eternity if I give them a freebie? Will they keep crawling back for more? Or are they just gonna come here once and never come here again? I don't know. It's like a investment, right? Because you don't know if you're just throwing away ingredients. But this is the point. If you ever see me in real life and you give me a free thing, you own me. That's it. That's it. I wish I was choosier. I wish I had more morals. Nope. That's it. I'm easily won over. Anyway, I had this great opportunity to sell leggings. You in? Dude, the thing is though about multi-level marketing schemes, obviously evil, obviously ruins a ton of lives. I am not trying to discount that whatsoever. The thing that this is 3 concealed triplets potentially. I think I slammed the Riichi here because I can also win off of a 9, which feels pretty nice. No Dora are visible, which is a little scary. It's later in the game. Why should I not have slammed the Riichi button here? I mean, Left Lord's discards are really, really terrifying. Would that have changed anything? Cheetah 1, 2, 3. Probably a pure straight in the character suit if I had to guess. Maybe a half flush, but it doesn't seem like it, right? That 9 was discarded very, very early. The fact that they hesitated here was also a little bit scary. Not gonna lie. It looks like they have a lot of character tiles. Multi-level marketing schemes. Obviously terrible. Obviously terrible. Documentaries about multi-level marketing schemes. Goated. I could watch those every day for the rest of my life. And it's not like I'm like, oh, human misery. No, I just like watching evil things get exposed. It gives me such a raging sense of justice. You know what I mean? A little light Yagami action in the morning or the evening, whenever you're watching. I don't know. but it feels good, you know? It's just like, oh, this documentary is the hero this city needs, and I get to enjoy it. All right, let's see what happens. We call the Riichi. We didn't get it. Could have had 3 concealed triplets had we sumoed, which would have been nice. All right, and now we deposited our Riichi stick in Silicon Valley Bank. Weird situation that we have going on here. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a very weird situation. I don't think that we can go for an aggressive half flush or whatever. I don't know how this hand is gonna go. I'm gonna be real with you. If we can kill our darlings and get a good reason to discard this red 5, I guess I will. But we need to draw just a bevy of bamboo tiles in order to make that happen. I mean, we wouldn't have been able to do anything here anyway. The Southwinds were all dead. I love documentaries about multi-level marketing schemes. It's why I like people exposing scams on YouTube as well. Look, I know it's like there's something that's very addicting about watching there's something very addicting about watching like people like exposing phone scam centers on YouTube. There's something very, very addicting about that, and they're wildly popular. So I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, because I'm telling you, I've spent so many of my days and my hours watching those. At the same time, I think it's mostly like a Western audience that's watching them. And I'm not saying that the people who scam others are heroes. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It is a despicable thing to scam someone out of their money, like pure fraud, right? By the way, subscribe to me on Twitch. I can call Riichi here. Oh, and it's the zuzziest Riichi of all time. I mean, 2 of our Riichi sticks are in Silicon Valley Bank right now. We got to get them back. I think a lot of the like Western audiences probably don't have a lot of family members that grew up in like abject poverty. And my family, I'm not saying that they grew up in abject poverty. No. But they did emigrate from China, and we visited. I visited both as a child and an adult, and I think it changes. I think the more of like, I know this is so cheesy, but the more of a global citizen you become, the more it really puts those videos into perspective. We gotta go for it here, right? So we don't get any new Dora here, but we have chances. We have chances at 2 aura. If anyone gets a little greedy and pushes here with a terminal, ooh, we are there to slurp. My friends, tonight we slurp in hell. Yeah. I hope that's a reasonable thing to say. I also will say this. Uh-oh, this is a terrible situation. Ruh-roh Raggy. We gotta pray right now? Anyone up praying right now? Okay. They pushed with a kind of a risky tile. Okay, that's not safe at all, especially considering the 8 of bamboo was just discarded. This is not a safe tile at all. Not like this. Okay. It's just... It was 2 Dora. I didn't see the shiny. I thought it was just 2 Dora. He just got paid out so big because 2 Riichi sticks on the table. Plus, I mean, 1 leftover Riichi stick plus 2 a la carte Riichi sticks that were just there presently. That hurts. That definitely hurts. Call me a rental car company the way that hurts. Oof, baboof. This hand is okay, though. This hand can go kind of hard, especially if we draw the Dora. We'll be happy to get rid of the 1. This is another thing. I feel like there's probably some younger children, to my dismay, that watch me. First of all, just try to learn a skill and try to just don't emulate me in almost everything that I do. My sick Mahjong plays, sure. My defensive Mahjong plays, sure. Welcome to the team. Everything else, you gotta find a different person to look up to. I think there's a culture right now on the internet, and oh, I'm sorry. Are you watching a Riichi Mahjong commentary? Are you watching a Foucault-Chomsky debate on morality? I don't know. There's a culture right now of like fighting, like whenever something political happens or whenever anything in any realm happens, you're supposed to like see what your favorite streamer has to say. Most streamers are incredibly dumb, young, dumb, and full of crumbs. This idea of looking at other people for takes specifically is really, really, I think, bad. First of all, you should form your own opinion. Who cares if you're wrong? I know it's really scary to be wrong if you have no one else that believes in what you believe in, right? If you have an opinion on something, well, it's like, I think birds should not be allowed to fly. Okay, you're probably one of the few people that believes that, right? But then I get how embarrassing that is. If you then realize like, oh my God, I was so wrong for believing that birds shouldn't be allowed to fly. But guess what? You can change your opinion and it's totally okay. I know it seems like the world might not forgive you. F it. I forgive you. You know what I mean? There's people out there who forgive you. Why am I getting on my soapbox for? Well, it's a comfortable soapbox and I got sore feet. I think looking up to streamers for takes is really, really dangerous. Ironically, this is a take, I guess, but it's basically like whoever is the loudest, you know what I mean? And I don't mean like their mic gain is turned up, but loudest in the sense of, oh, they have 2,000 people watching them. Surely what they have to say about whatever is correct. Surely they're batting 1,000 and never miss. Nah, dude, just not. No way. I think that's really dangerous. I think that people should try at least to form your own opinion. See what you think is right, because guess what? I think that'll help you more in the real world, like just guiding your decision making. Because guess what? Your favorite streamer is not gonna always be there when you have to make a tough decision. Like when to discard the door or not. He brought it back to Mahjong. I mean, I'm really going off today. I can only imagine in my mind the comments that are like, go off, King, because there aren't any right now. I'm not live or anything. I mean, more clearly, I can imagine the comments that are just the crab emoji because of our propensity for Sebastian the Crab shenanigans. And let me tell you something right now. Nope. I'm not pushing with this hand. This hand is a terrible situation to... It's a terrible day for rain, you know? A Crosslord does not give a D. This 9 of bamboo is not necessarily that safe. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they have tile flow right now. That's not a safe tile either. It's so close to the tile that they go Riichi with. They've got to be in Tenpai or something. And I respect the fish Riichi stick, by the way. Do we ever chi this? Nah, dude. Why? Because we have another safe tile to throw in this six of circles. I don't think it's worth it. If we see a 4 of characters, maybe we chi it. And this 5, I know it looks extremely zuzz right now, okay? It looks like it was pretending to do tasks in electrical. But it's inside Suji to this 2 and the 8, meaning that they can't have a 3-4 weight for a 10, and they can't have a 6-7 weight for a 10. So we're kind of pogging right now. And we can get into Tenpai. Oh my god. We might even be able... I mean, we could call Riichi if we really wanted to flirt with death. Let me show you the true meaning of fear. I don't know. I like chasing Riichis. People say don't go chasing waterfalls, but guess what? That song's about waterfalls. It's not about Riichi Mahjong, okay? Okay. I mean, this is a decent enough Riichi to chase with, I think. We had a safe opportunity, and it's like sometimes the best defense is a good offense. I don't know what's gotten into me lately. I've been more inclined to chase Riichis if the opportunity presents itself. And I'm not gonna lie to you right now. Don't take this game as a statistical example of anything, ever. Because we've drawn the perfect tiles. Straight up, they drew a tile, and then we drew that tile. And then they drew a tile, and we drew that tile. There's been so much safety in here. We're cradled in the Mother Magdalene statue of Spelunky 2, you know? Uh-oh. Okay, that's at least a safe tile because they've discarded it way earlier. It's very scary right now. TBS, very scary. That's a safe tile. Again, very... Sebastian the Crab, last tile. Here we go. Make a false Suji beat. Okay, never mind. What were they waiting on? A 9 of circles or a red dragon? Okay, fair enough. They were also on a double pawn wait. This is fair. And now we are getting into South 3, but it looks like no one's run away with the game yet. Okay. We might even end up in the Forbidden West round, and I'm gonna tell you something. When you die in the West round, you die in real life. So let's try not to get there, okay? Because I don't want to take that many risks today. I've already gotten one amazing sushi burrito, and that was so much excitement for one day. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. I don't know if anyone who's watching this really needs to hear this right now, but I just hope that you're okay and that you're taking care of yourself. I think that existence is hard. I genuinely think that existence is hard. I think that human beings were meant to do like one thing per day. The reason that I say this is because recently my significant other and I, we had the opportunity, like we were both free on a weekday, and we had the opportunity to just like go out to a dinner and sit on a patio. We haven't done this in a very, very long time. And we were both really exhausted from, like, I mean, she has a capital R real job, and I shout about Mahjong online. What? At least it's a baby hand. I mean, they are the dealer with church, but our hand was kind of schmoovin', right? I was ready to call a single tile Riichi on the door, a little blood on the dance floor. Oh, Lord, why have you forsaken me like this? This is such a bad hand. Oh, no. I could really use a good tile, right, meow? Oh, yeah, okay, Yusong. Oh, every day I wake up to 5 new comments being like, Yusong, you're not allowed to meow. Guess what? Meow, 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 woof, woof, woof. I get to do whatever I want. This is one of the perks of having a YouTube channel, is that you can meow and woof all you want. Anyway, we were exhausted. Because, like, just for some reason, even going to the act of getting dinner was way too many things. It's because it was after a day of doing stuff. Like, we saw, this is gonna be, this is gonna be funny, but it's not supposed to be funny. It is also, we drove to someone's house to go see a piece of furniture that they had listed on OfferUp. It's my one hobby. Can you give me this? It's my one hobby, okay? And then we were like, yeah, we're probably not gonna schmoove on this one. It was just a little too banged up. Anyway, I was like, I think back in the day, going to someone else's house to see a piece of furniture would have been your entire day. Would have been your entire day. And I think that the rest of the day would have been filled with things like, hey, you have to make sure to eat so you don't die. You know what I mean? And that's already, like, that's tricky in and of itself as well. As well. Okay, what are we doing here? As weird as this looks, and you might not agree with me, but this feels like an all simples hand. And I'll even go so far as to say it feels like the first time. I only know that song from Pitch Perfect, which is horrifying. It's embarrassing. Why would I admit that to you? I don't know, dude. I'm kind of a loose cannon. I like to bare my soul out on the internet for strangers. I love that. I have this philosophy where, like, the way I haven't used Instagram in years, I think. Why? Because it makes me miserable, dude. I don't want to see your birthday party. Because I wasn't invited, and it just makes me sad. I think we actually have a decent opportunity to race here. I don't know. They could be in Tenpai as well, and you know what? Maybe we shouldn't have raced because the 3 is very, very close to the Dora. So they were in Damaten, and they didn't even call Riichi. An extremely weird move. They were waiting on what? A pair of the 2s and a pair of the 8s? That's okay enough to call Riichi. We're sitting in 2nd place right now. This looks like a, all things considered, it just looks like a Riichi hand, or like a Riichi Pinfu hand. Dora is going to be the 9 of circles. I'm going to be honest with you. We don't need the Dora. The Dora is a little too heavy for us right now. You know what I mean? Like, this sacrifices so much tile efficiency if we shoehorn an 8-9 shape into this hand. 8-9 being one of the worst shapes, equivalent to a 1-2. At least this shape is a little bit better because we could draw either a 3 or a 1, right? Left floor cheese. That's a bummer because they're the dealer's seat. So if they win with a small hand, they can keep running it back. Here's an east wind. I mean, this is bad. We'd be so happy to receive another white dragon or green dragon, and I might be calling this a little bit too early right now, like I'm a news site on election night, but I think it might already be too dang late for these honor tiles. Yeah, I think it's already way too late for these. So what do we do here? Try to get rid of our dangerous stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need a oh, what is this? What is this? Oh no, our hand is spicy, but maybe not in the good way. Oh, no. Okay. They sumo. We get out of here. I mean, this was an okay game. I mean, a Crossler, it is kind of like a comeback story, right? Because they started this game off getting double rond. Started from the bottom, now we're here. We'll take that plus 59. Again, so long as we're not absolutely getting like clowned on and getting sent to the Shadow Realm. Slowly schmoving on out of the Master 1 rank, and let's do a little bit of this. So I have to be honest with you. I did get the BGM from the Mystery Gacha event. However, I listened to the BGM. It's not as hype as this song. I don't like it as much. It's a much more relaxing energy. But again, I play Mahjong to chase divinity. I'm not here just to have a chill, fun time. I promise I'm a ton of fun at parties. All right, let's do some Judgment Jason action. Right, this, I mean, we gotta take a look at what you were cooking with. Okay, you are in Tenpai. It is for the four of bamboo. You have 3 red 5 all simples. That's 4 Han. Depending on the mini points, maybe a Mangan. So I can understand pushing here. This is a Suji tile to this 4 and this 4. But it's late in the game. It's late in the game. I don't know. This is Suji. I might have pushed with the Suji tile to stay in Tenpai too. That's the messed up part. There's like, what are the likelihood that there's 2 inadvertent Suji traps being laid bare? I guess I could have thought about that too had I, you know, they had a closed Riichi too. They just called a closed one, but they had a nice little Suji trap here. So I don't mind them calling that. Wow. I hate to say it, but I probably would have done the same. This is the much safer tile. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I can't exactly put myself in this person's shoes. I probably would have folded with the 3. I don't know. At least even the 5 is safe to right load, but this is worth 2 Han in and of itself. Oh, wow. No. This is 5 Han. All simples, 3 red 5, and then Dora? It's a Mangan. Yeah, I would have pushed here too. It's Suji. Yeah. I can't believe it. I would have done the exact same thing. That's Mahjong, baby. Okay, a Crosslord calls the Riichi. You have a pure double sequence. You are not in Tenpai, though. You're actually, you're missing a pair in your hand. So why not discard a 3 and then a 2? Or a 2 and then a 2? This is, oh, you made your own Suji. Right, they called Riichi, and then you're like, okay, if I'm gonna die, I guess I'm dying today. I would not have the guts to do this, dude. Your hand is close, but it's not like there. And what, Riichi Pinfu, all simples, pure double sequence? I guess, but there's like a huge difference between being in Tenpai and being one away from Tenpai and pushing with a dangerous style. I hate this. I would have folded here 100%. 100%. I would have folded here 100%. What happens here? They end up dealing in they make their own Suji, but yeah, they end up dealing in. It's an early Riichi, which means the weight is likely to be worse. We've seen that before. Let's see what happens here. Right Lord has the scariest optics right now. You, Evangelion 1.3.1, you are not in Tenpai, but you just got into Tenpai. Do you call a Riichi here? You do. I would call a Riichi too. Why not? You're kind of like the first one to the punch. It's pretty strong. And then they just happen to be waiting on the 5 and the 5. Wow. Greedy, right? Unlikely to come to fruition, but it panned out for them. I would have also discarded that 5. I guess I'm not learning that much if all I'm doing is looking at other people and being like, yeah, me too. Me too. Okay, I call one of the zuzziest Riichis here of all time with a closed con. And then what do? You have to discard so much risky nonsense in order to get there. I mean, the 5 means that I don't have a 5-6 shape in my hand. Guaranteed. You have to discard so much risky stuff to get into this position. Oh my god, even this is I can't believe this. I honestly can't believe this. They navigated to this Riichi Pinfu situation. Riichi Pinfu Dora. I would not have done this. Does it end up working out for them? I deal into this guy. Oh, this is bozo. Oh my god. How did you not deal in? You just drew like the nuts? Yeah, you just drew the nuts. Did you discard the 4 of circle? Oh my god. I mean, that's Mahjong. I wouldn't have discarded the 4 of circles. What safety do you see around the 4 of circles? You have 2 door, yeah, but you're like far away, dude. I have a different play style than a lot of these people. Genuinely. I can't abide by some of this. This is just one of the quickest hands of all time. Nothing we can do about it. We deal it too. I would make that call 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. And that's the last thing. I gotta see what you were cooking up. You were going for a half flush as the dealer. So let me tell you why I don't necessarily agree with this. You are the dealer, and oh, you can't win without the half flush. If you were going for this, okay, yeah, you don't know what's going on yet. And then you're like, okay, half flush time. And then it's unfortunate because you draw another Northwind soon after this. I don't know if I would have gone for the half flush or even opened my hand here. I don't know. I can see it. Don't get me wrong. I can totally see it. I can totally see it. Yeah, and then unfortunately it just wasn't fast enough. Left Lord, or their left Lord, just got the nuts. And there's nothing that you can really do about that, right? I mean, a fun game of Mahjong, genuinely. We're ending in 2nd. We're no longer ending in 4th. We're chasing Riichis occasionally too. Let's go, dude. All right. If you enjoyed the video and my, you know, arguably sane ramblings, make sure to leave a like and a comment. It helps out the channel a lot. Hey, you can subscribe if you want to as well. We're at 2050 all of a sudden. So thank you for that. That's incredibly kind and fast. Like me on a 3rd date. Hey. You can also catch me streaming on Twitch Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. PST. That link is in the description. You can also join us on Discord. That link is in the description. It's an incredibly kind community. I hope to say hi to you there. Okay, until next time, please take care of yourself and please be kind to yourself, okay? All right, I'll talk to you soon. Peace.